happened. As you think about this, I want to show you a video clip. Back in 1986, I was filmed in Arizona. And this is the message that I was preaching in America at that time. My wife and I moved over to America in 1987 as missionaries to a pagan culture to call the church and culture back to the authority of the Word of God. Now, when you see this video clip, you'll think it's my son. I look at it and say, what happened? Well, sin affected the world and me. But I want you to hear what I was saying in 1986 and what I was, in a sense, predicting would happen in this nation. And I want you to think about what's said and look at this nation today.
How many people fight it at the issue level instead of saying, hang on, God's the creator, he sets the rules, let's see what his word says. The reason I'm against abortion is because God is creator. His word tells me, Psalm 139, Psalm 51, many other places, at the point of conception you're human, therefore abortion is killing. We are not the product of chance random processes. We are not just animals. God created us. What I'm saying is, if we don't fight the issues at a foundational level, even if we get the laws changed today in regard to abortion or pornography, what happens when the next generation comes through who so believe evolution even more and reject creation and Christianity? Won't they just change the laws back again? We have to fight it at a foundational level. There's a war on. There's a war in society. It's Christianity versus humanism. But you know, at a foundational level, it really is creation versus evolution. You know, the whole creation-evolution issue is not just a side issue. It's one of the most fundamental important issues of today. And if Christians don't grasp what the foundational issues are, we're not going to be successful in the long run in evangelizing society.
Would you say that that was a good prediction of what was going to happen in America if the church didn't start standing on the foundation that they should stand on, stop compromising that foundation, if the church just fights the issues? And you know, if you think about it, in America at this point in history, people think, oh, if only we can get a conservative president or conservative senators or conservative congressmen in, that's what will change America. People, you could do that and they could change the laws again in one sense in regard to some of these issues. But when you have generations coming through who are so much more secularized than previous generations and they get into power, they're just going to change those laws back again. The solution is that we need to be restoring the foundation of the authority of the Word of God, starting in our own homes and churches, and then dealing foundationally with these issues. We can't just go out there, and fight the issues. Now, we've got to be salt and light, that's true. But people, if that's all we try to do, in the long run, we'll lose it. You know, there are many people today calling for a return to conservative values in America. What they really mean is they want conservative values, which are really what? Christian morality. But you can't have Christian morality without Christianity. You can't have Christianity without the Bible. And by the way, you can't have the Bible without Genesis 1 to 11. Ultimately, if you just call for conservative values, so to speak, in the long run, you'll lose the culture. You see, do you know what the answer is? People say, oh, we've got to get back to what the Founding Fathers believed. We've got to get back to the Constitution. I understand that. But in an ultimate sense, if you don't get back to the authority of the Word of God, you will lose this nation. And so what we should be calling for is a return to the authority of the Word. And so really that's what our ministry is all about. Our ministry is really all about calling this church and culture back to the authority of the Word of God.